Has anyone ever told you that life is what you make of it? Because that statement is one of the statements that really has made one of the biggest impacts on my life personally. And today I'm going to tell you guys about a story of a person who was a high school dropout who turned into an IT professional. And by no means does this mean it can happen to everybody. It can happen to people, and everybody lives life and goes through different circumstances. Some things work for some people. Some of those same things won't work for other people. Everybody is so completely different and follows their own journey, their own path. Life is literally what you make of it. So the story goes like this. There was a person who was 14 years old, freshman in high school. And one day they woke up and they didn't want to go to school anymore. They didn't want to do anything anymore. And that person had no idea what was going on with their life. They had no idea why they didn't want to wake up every day and go to school. They were on the football team, a great football player by all means, and they just didn't want to do it anymore. They didn't want to do anything. So they stopped going to school. They stopped going out. They didn't really see any of their friends. And during this time, one of the things that kept this person interested in life still, because this person was depressed and this person had no idea that they were depressed. That was the one thing that they just could never understand. They could never get that through their head was, what's wrong with them? Why are they having these issues? Why don't they want to do anything? Well, the one thing that kept them going was a computer. And as sad as that can sound, or as weird maybe as that could sound to you or to me, 20 years ago when this was happening, that was the one thing that this person was interested in, that kept them motivated for life. This person then got interested in doing websites, and they taught themselves how to build websites. So keep in mind, this person literally dropped out of high school at the age of 14. Freshman in high school. It was November. So they've only been in high school for 3 months or so. And they didn't know what they were doing. They were very depressed, but they had their computer and they taught themselves web development. And that spiraled into many different areas within the information technology field. And the point of this story is this person, by all accounts, from everybody, from every angle, was a complete and utter failure. Now, websites didn't exactly work out for them all the time, and they weren't making the best of money all the time, and they still didn't do anything, but everybody said, well, you dropped out of high school, you're a failure. You know, go get your GED, go to college, do something with your life. And that person never did. In all honesty, that person really didn't get their life together until their mid-20s. Again, going back to what the point of this video should be is you can't let others dictate your life, what you're doing with your life, how you feel about your life, and ultimately where you want to go with your life. Just because some things don't work out for you doesn't mean that you can't be successful. That's absurd to think about. It's absurd to think that everybody called me a failure because I dropped out of high school when I was 14 years old. The story's about me. I did drop out. I didn't want to go to school. I was depressed. I didn't know what the heck I was doing with my life. It took a good 10 years before my life really got on track, before it really made sense. It took a long time to get myself under control. And through those years, everybody that I knew thought I was a complete failure, a complete and utter failure. I hopped job to job. I quit jobs nonstop. I worked many jobs within the IT field, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for it. And it wasn't again until I was in my mid-20s where it all started to make sense, where my life started to make sense, where I could see where I went wrong, where I wished I could go back in time and change the things that I failed on. But I couldn't. I couldn't go on. I turned my failures into a way to win at life because I knew that I could never go back to high school and change those things. I knew that I could never get back the time I was 14 to like 25 years old. I was never going to get that back. But what could I do going forward to make that better? And that's what I focused on, is how I could make things better. And that's where I really just put more emphasis, more work, and more passion into the things that I was ultimately passionate about, which was technology and helping people. That led me to doing this YouTube channel. It was just helping people and knowing that while I made mistakes in my life and I failed many times in my life, I wanted to use my failures as a way to teach other people what they could do right, what they could do to make their lives better. And I know I've said many times that I've worked in this field for 17 years, which, I mean, ultimately that's true. I've worked in this field in some aspect, in some way, in one way or another for a very long time. But it took a while before I was successful in this field. It took many years before I was successful working in IT. And not everybody is going to hit the ground running and be successful at something that they want or something that they're interested in. Sometimes it takes years to really discover what it is that you were doing with your life, what it is that you're passionate about, and that's okay. I know a lot of people out there suffer from depression, and it's a terrible, terrible disease. And I hope that you guys can see your way through it as I did. It's possible, it's doable. You can achieve success, you can achieve your goals. So yeah, I dropped out of high school at 14. I turned all of that into the person I am today. I learned so much from failing at school and failing at life at the time to bring me to the person that I am today. And for so many years, I regretted so much about my past. I looked down on myself for all of that. But without that, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be doing this right now today. So if you guys are feeling like you're never going to make it, you're never going to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, or you are going through failures, just know that there is light on the other side of the tunnel. And if you keep pushing forward, if you believe in yourself, you can do it. And I know that sounds so cliche, but you guys can do it. It is possible. And you have to keep putting in that work. Whether you fail or not, those failures are going to be great learning experiences for you in the future. So whether you're a high school dropout yourself, you're depressed, you are seeing failure after failure, you don't see where it is that you're going in life, you can do it. You can get past this. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys in today's video. It's a little bit more on that personal side, but that's what it is. It took many years for me to become successful in IT. It's my own fault. You guys out there can be successful right out of the gates. It's all about how you perceive your life, where you wish to go, and the things that you're willing to accomplish to reach your goals. So keep pushing forward, keep doing what you're doing, and good luck. That's all I got for you guys in today's video. As always, take it easy.